I would say that it is a place for youth to come during those hours in the evening where they can be safe, be off the streets, and be engaged in pro-social activities, and just be their authentic selves and just have that safe environment where they can learn new skills and be with their peers in a positive space.
So we support youth who are involved in the justice system. So all of our referrals come from the Youth Probation Office. And the whole point of our program is to just kind of help them reintegrate back into the community, whether that be attending school or finding a job, or just getting them supported in any way with mental health stuff like addictions. We do a lot in this program for youth, but the main goal is just to help them kind of reintegrate in society.
These youth community programs started in the early 2000s, and they really were created to support youth in a bit of a different way who were experiencing involvement with the justice system. And it really is a means of an alternative to custody programs. So these youth are involved in the justice system, and the programs are really meant to support them with different needs and figuring out what the root cause is of that behavior, supporting them through the process of navigating through the justice system so that we don't see them repeating and getting more entrenched in the system.
The youth programs really focus on helping the youth find their own self-identity, finding their strengths and identifying their personal goals. And within that, we're making those youth connect with the community. And a sense of community is so important for these youth. They haven't all had a positive upbringing, and for us to show them that they're important, that they can be successful, and each step along the way is just as important as the next, I think is what helps us find their place, find their value. And if a youth feels connected and valued, they're going to respect their community. They're going to understand the impact of their choices within the community, not just for themselves, but those around them. So that creates a safer community for them personally and for us as a whole.
My name's Crystal, and I've been a probation officer with the youth in our community here in London, Ontario, for approximately 15 years. I've been working with the ministry for 16, and I've been working with St. Leonard since day one, proudly. So they're an agency that I trust and refer. I would say a big chunk of my clients come here, maybe if we're giving a percentage, 80%. And not only if they're ordered through court, it's even if they have a counseling condition, this is where I'm able to send them on top of the counseling because I believe in it so much. It's a very impactful connection for our youth, and it's been proven over and over again.
I would say the most meaningful part is building those relationships. That's in order to work with the youth that we have to be able to build those relationships and make connections so that we can build trust. And then once we build trust, we're able to support them and help them reach all the goals they have, help them get connected with schools, get connected with different health supports, community supports. And in order for us to be able to make those connections, we have to start at the base and build trust and build a relationship.
I'm not the only one holding them accountable. The workers do as well, but they make it more meaningful, so the youth don't even really know that they're being held accountable in the consistency. So some of the youth that we see don't really have structure or a safe place to go, and St. Leonard's provides that, and it becomes a new pattern in their world. And this pattern is strength-based and it's positive. And this is where I land with them. I come, instead of having them come to my office where it's sterile under a fluorescent light, this is more fun. This reminds me of where I went as a youth, with games and activities. Some youth haven't even been to a restaurant, let alone mini putting or bowling or, working on a resume. So they just have that consistent person or people in their life. And I just kind of come over and high five or integrate the conditions that, reminding them of what's going on my part. But really, it just makes sense to me that they benefit. The punishment already happened in court and the conditions, make sense. But this is where we see the impact of a strength-based program, where just sitting face-to-face with me, I don't really get to see their quirks and character as much as the people that work with them consistently do. So when we all work together, it's really beautiful because we understand each other.
I think it's what makes more St. Leonard's unique. We work with a lot of different community organizations, and ours, it's more consistent, and because they're similar programs, both these organizations too. But I find ours, it's more engaging. It is more intensive, but it's also when it comes to things that when youth don't engage, we don't just close their file, we don't just give up on them. We keep trying and working towards and making their goals and helping them out, and we're just more of a constant support on the teams that we work with. A lot of times that's just not what they have, and I think we have more resources than some as well. But I think there's just that focus and commitment to the individual youth, and the time that we can spend with them is huge. Because I know some organizations they can only meet with kids maybe up to once a week. We don't have that limitation. It's whatever that youth needs, and it's their needs focused. I think that's what makes it stand out more.
How you know a program is successful is when at the end of it, the youth want to continue.
One that sticks out to me is definitely, I had a youth that I worked with a few years ago who, when she came in, she was very depressed, didn't want to leave the house. She was very behind in school. She didn't have any family support and didn't know what she wanted to do with her life. She was here for about a year, and through that short period of time, she created goals, she got a job, she went back to school, and I actually supported her in attending King's and going for a tour, and now she's thriving in post-secondary and wanting to get a career in this field to be supported in the way that we supported her. So.
Kind of funny because the youth I was working with finally got her health card, which didn't realize there's just so much that you need for a health card, to get a health card, especially when all you have is a birth certificate and your parents aren't involved and you're unstably housed. There's a lot of hoops you kind of have to jump through. And after 6 months of navigating all of these things, and not even just the system, but also a girl who's not used to having someone there to support her. So it was a little bit of, working with her to be let's go do this. She finally, she showed up. We got the form that we needed to apply for the health card, and that was just super exciting. And I remember leaving and being oh my God, your health card, it's on the way, it's coming. And she was why are we excited about this? I'm because we've been working on it for so long, and it's finally happening. And it's just moments like those that make me really excited, because you really have to look at the little wins, right? Some of these kids, they're surrounded by all of this negativity in their lives, and so being excited about a health card is absolutely warranted.
Honestly, I have to speak to their Christmas dinner, the tradition of every year coming here for that. I get so excited. My family knows, this is my favorite time. Christmas, everybody loves Christmas, but this here is so special. And it's not just seeing my clients, I see everybody's clients enjoying the Christmas meal, and they've played a part in that. They've made the desserts, they've been integrated in the program for some time. So it's the celebration, it's a family feel, they're giving gifts. And I sit with them and have a Christmas meal. It's just, that's my favorite part. But a specific story, we see a lot of our youth come into our probation office after a lot of difficult years in their life. And so the wall is up, you know? And then you see them connect to people that give their lives to these programs here, and all of a sudden you see them reconnecting, not just with themselves, but you know, some of them have lost a child to have been apprehended, and then be able to reconnect as a mother with their own child and then take care of them and be able to have them back in their care. And that has happened. And it wasn't just St. Leonard's. I have to give credit to London Family Court Clinic, and you know, we play a small role in those types of things. So just being a part of it has been a highlight for sure.
Such a vital role in both the attendance center and the intensive reintegration service is our community connections and our collaboration with other service providers in the community. We all need to work to wrap around these youth and have that wraparound approach, because it does take a village to impact these youth. And we each have our own role in guiding these youth and supporting them. And us working together collaboratively demonstrates for those youth, you can't do it on your own. We need help, we need others, and we do this as a team, and we're successful because of that.
Yeah, I think it's important, you know, just to have an increased awareness and understanding of the work that we do. It's not easy work, and it takes a certain person and individual to work in this field and to support these individuals through really challenging times in their lives. So, you know, we don't take what we do lightly. It's really important that we continue to support these individuals and treat them with respect. And, you know, it's really something that we want to see the community understanding that, you know, the work that we do is critical to the overall community with regards to safety and belonging. So, yeah, I think for the community to really have a deeper understanding of how we work with individuals, there is that element of accountability that we still hold really strongly. And, you know, it's about really teaching these youth what accountability means and having them understand the impact of their actions and how there's consequences to that. Whether that be positive or negative, there's going to be consequences to every action. So we really work hard to embed those practices and that knowledge with the youth so that they can have a better chance of reintegrating back into the community and becoming, you know, positive contributing members. Those are the important things that the hope is that our community will understand and appreciate about the work that we do here.
It's okay to ask for help. And I know that that's something that so many people say, and you see it online, and when you hear that or when you see that, your reaction is like, I don't deserve help, or I don't need help, I can do it myself. Whatever that immediate reaction might be, everyone's going to be different, but there's no harm, there's no shame in getting help. It's okay to access the services that are available to you, to teach you, to build that confidence, to show you. And the great thing about the help that you can get, or the support that you can get from us, is that it's meant to build your independence, right? So that you know how to do these things and move on with your life and feel like you are capable.
You're awesome. All of you are so awesome. I would really like to share with them that they are more than just a label. They are more than their mental illness. They are more than their family situation, and that they are worth so much, and that they're capable of so much. And just building that self-esteem and having those supportive people around you, you're gonna do it. And we believe in you. ACP and IRS believe in you.